Good morning. Come back from this house. Repeat my name out loud. Prosecution is represented by me, Pastor Summary, together with Mr. Jonathan and Ms. Anna Kiza. My Lord, the defense team is from Katanga and Council Rwanda. Although the accused persons are in court, the four are present in court and A1 is appearing from Muslim prison. The assessors are also equally, and we are ready to continue the cross-examination of defense witness too.
My Lord. My Lord, I pray to be reminded at the point where we ended. Good morning, Doctor.
Good morning, Counsel.
We had ended at a point where you informed this court that your work you based on two references. You cited Knight's Forensic Pathology, Chapter 8. You also cited Simpson's on Forensic Medicine, 13th edition. Chapter 10, page 111. And you had undertaken to avail to this court the materials which formed the basis for your observations. I just want to confirm that none of those were availed to prosecution. None of those specific ones that you cited were availed to us.
My Lord.
Did you avail them or not?
I availed them through the lawyers.
Well, we had advised them to give them to this court, but this is what your lawyers gave us. Just look at them. Is that what you intended for us, for this court? Just look on top. Two materials availed. Is that what you intended to avail this court?
Yeah, I intended to avail Simpsons.
Which edition is that? Is indicated as mentioned 13th edition.
Oh, this is the 11th edition.
So you never availed 13th, but you availed 11th.
Maybe my Lord, that makes something have come from us. I think I'm the one who has delivered that letter to my colleague. So maybe my Lord, on my part, I was available, make sure it's available. I missed court and I'm going to apologize for that.
But had you availed 13th or 11th? Which one did you avail your lawyers for onward transmission?
Can I just check the exact version I gave?
You already told this court what you relied on.
Yes. Can I just check so that I can say the truth? Yeah. Was the 13th edition.
And they chose to give us 11th. How about Knight's Forensics? Did you avail it?
Yes, I did. I availed it to the lawyers.
Okay. Now, in the meantime, my Lord, let me have my copy. Because the witness specifically mentioned 13, and he says he disclosed it to council, and council chose to give us something else. We have volunteered to transmit the 13th edition. I've disclosed it electronically to all council. My Lord Simpson's, I didn't get nice. May I request that if it was availed, then the defense was what the doctor provided, so that we consider it after the lunch break without suppressing it.
Do you have the nights?
Well, you can claim an electronic version as well.
That's perfect. On our most of that. Doctor, we shall come back to your materials later, because we are also waiting for a compliant laptop so that we can have it projected. Yes. Doctor, can you go to page 12 on Defense Exhibit 28? Are you there?
Yes, my lord.
Can you read to quote the 4th bulletin?
My lord, the first bullet says, the chances that a bullet fired anywhere through the left side of the head will exit exactly through the right ear are extremely rare.
The 5th bulletin?
The chances that a bullet fired through the right ear will exit anywhere on the right side of the head are very high, as in this case.
Doctor, do you have any scientific basis for any of those two observations you make?
My lord, it's common sense.
Okay. So I would be, for avoidance of doubt, be correct to say that your observation as to where the exit and entry wound should have been is not a scientifically researched position. You simply applied common sense.
That's right, my lord.
Just maybe if we have the question again. Sorry, I missed the question. Are you saying the entire basis of what he's saying, or just his conclusions? I missed that part.
My observation as to where the exit and entry wound should have been is not a scientific research position. I simply applied common sense.
Well, that's what I want to clarify. Is that on that particular, on those 2 bullet points, or on the entire?
My lord, it's on those 2 bullet points.
We are not about to ask you yet.
Okay.
This is for us, for court.
But my Lord, it's important that the record is properly reflected.
The question was asked as to whether his observations from the exit and entry wounds is not a scientifically researched position.
My Lord, I think it was based on those 2 points. I think the questions before, that's what I wanted. Whether my colleague is asking generally or about those 2 points. Getting instructions.
Mr. Morgan,
Yes, my lord.
there's a question from the defense.
Yes.
That question is on the basis, is based on the 2 bullet points, 4 and 5, or it is on general.
My lord, my questions are specific. I have not yet asked general questions. And the witness seems not to be confused as to what he's answering. You authored this book yourself. My lord, Medicine, the Law, and You. This is your book.
That's right, my lord.
In this book, please, let me ask. Yes. My lord, for now, my question is on the book. I will come to the page.
My Lord, we need to follow you can just take a picture and send us what you want.
Mr. Morgan,
Doctor, do you have a copy of this book? This your book with you?
No, my lord.
Did you have any to defense? Because you quoted it. And the reason I'm asking you about this book is you quoted it as part of the basis for your expertise in your own report, right?
That's right.
This is your client. My lord, I will refer to many pages. But for now, this is the book.
We can't be blind in this. It's not fair.
are you asking?
Copy of the book? Yes. My lord, this book forms the basis of the report. The report is not our report.
The book is authored by the witness.
And
the witness referred to it in his report. As you ask, mention the page.
I will, my lord.
No, but my Lord, we need to see what is what. We can't not be having the same material. It's not fair.
Mr. Morgan, Do you have another copy of the book?
Doctor, do you have a copy of the book?
I have it at home, my lord.
Do you have an electronic copy to share with the council?
I don't know whether I have an electronic copy that I can share.
You want to check?
I can check,
Okay.
but
Please do.
what was finally published?
Is what is here?
Yes.
Yes, so check.
The publishers have that final electronic copy. That's what I'm saying. Don't have the final electronic copy that was used for printing that book.
So let's move like this. He will mention the page.
Then I give it to you. Yes.
After asking the question,
Then
you say it is on page this.
Doctor, in this book, you observe generally and highlight some of the factors why they are unreliable or conflicting expert opinions,
That's
especially
right.
in the area of pathology.
That's right, my lord.
And you highlight some of those factors on page 32 of the report, of the book. I shall pass it over if you like, but it's your book, you know. Correct?
That's right.
One of those factors you cite is lack of experience, knowledge, and adequate training.
That's right, my lord.
The other factor is carrying out medical procedures and investigations carelessly and recklessly.
That's right, my lord.
In other words, my lord, when an expert does any of these things, he is likely to give. Yeah? Sorry?
I don't know if I'm calling clarification constitutes evidence or a question
No.
or a submission. I don't know what is
It's not being recorded.
Relax.
Said by the expert in his book.
The other factor is the failure to have a scientific basis for the conclusions drawn. Correct?
That's right, my lord.
And the other is that you list is failure to correlate scientific findings with the circumstances of the case,
That's right, my lord.
among others. So now that it is clear from your testimony that these particular conclusions are not based in science but common sense, how do you want this court to regard them?
And to be clear on the conclusions,
The conclusions are two, he read them out, and it's what I'm traversing, my lord.
My lord, science is based on common sense.
Okay. My lord, my question was, now that his two conclusions are not born in science, but common sense, what he calls common sense, how does he want this court to regard them? And his answer is that according to the good doctor, science is based on common sense.
That's right, my lord.
Validate your common sense on these two aspects.
I'm just observing
Have
it.
you or you have not?
I'm just observing it now, actually.
You're just doing it right now in court.
Yeah, I'm observing it.
It's not validated.
I may validate it, but I'm observing it in front of me.
Is it validated or not?
I will validate it.
You will later.
Yeah, I will.
Okay, let's go to right there.
What is the
My lord, if I could just, is my colleague asking about the entry being on the left temple? It's difficult to come out of the right ear, and on the right ear it goes through the left
I
side
think
of the
we're
head.
on bullet 4 and 5.
Yes,
So we're on bullet 4 and 5?
yes.
That one.
On page
I
12.
think that's what he's
So
asking
now,
about.
what was your question?
I'm asking him,
He said whether that's a validated study.
Oh, please, let's allow the prosecution to give it.
whether him as a scientist, he has undertaken any scientific studies and validated any of his 2 points, which he now says are based on common sense. And my lord, he says he will validate. So I would be correct to say that what you are telling, what you just wrote in your report, bullet 4 and 5, page 12, you have not yet validated.
My lord, I
Those
stand by
conclusions.
these points. I stand by these 2 points.
Doctor, you will answer please to my questions directly. I will
Okay.
ask whether you stand by them or not. For now, I am talking about validation, and as a scientist, I believe you know what I mean.
Madam, we ask you maybe to
So-
clarify it for us.
I will be correct to say that before you made these conclusions, as you wrote the report, these were not validated through any scientific process.
Madam, I'm so sorry to keep interrupting my colleague, but I think when we talk about validation, I think maybe it would be good if you can understand what he means.
Does the witness understand? Do you understand what
Even as we need to
validation?
understand.
I will, please.
Yeah, my lord, I will actually be happy for him to clarify what he means.
Okay, doctor, you will now first tell this court as a scientist whether you understand what we mean by validation of scientific research. Do you or you don't?
What do you understand? So that I know.
I am not here to answer your questions, unfortunately, doctor. Tell this court whether you understand scientific validation of research or not.
Yes, I do.
How do you understand it?
My lord, a very common thing, common sense. If they say a person has 2 ears, a normal person has 2 ears, do I need scientific research or validation to know that a normal person has 2 ears? I think that is a
So
common
what is
sense.
what is scientific validation?
How do you understand it?
It is an independent scientific validation is an independent confirmation of a fact.
Thank you. In other words, scientific conclusions must be independently investigated, verified, and validated before they can pass out as a reliable source of information or conclusion. Correct?
That's right, my lord.
Scientific? Mr. Morgan, scientific?
Scientific findings must be investigated, verified, and validated before they can be relied upon.
Yeah, that's right.
So, doctor, when are you validating these 2 positions in bullet 4 and 5?
My lord,
By when I'm requiring time or period.
these points,
Did you understand the question?
yes, I do.
When?
They do not need to be independently validated, my lord. They do not need to be independently validated.
Has this, your common sense, been applied by any of your peers in any publication?
Every day, my lord,
Which one?
every day we do this. We apply common sense.
No. You didn't understand me again. My lord, may I just repeat?
Yes.
Doctor, today just for your information, we intend to finish your cross-examination today. We don't want to keep you here longer, and we request that you listen, provide simple, direct answers so that we move. And like I said last time, we are just here for a simple job. Ask direct questions, we require direct answers to the court. Okay?
That's right.
So these bullet 4 and 5, which are derived from your personal common sense, have they been applied in any peer-reviewed scientific material to your knowledge?
I don't know. I don't know, my lord.
Do you still believe in what you wrote in your book on page 32? That failure to have a scientific basis for conclusions drawn is, for lack of a better word, unreliable.
That's right, my lord.
You still believe in it?
Right, my lord.
You say a reconstruction of the causation of the 2 wounds on the head invariably points to suicide and practically rules out homicide.
That's right, my lord.
Can you confirm to this court that you are not an eyewitness to this incident, to the murder incident of Katanga? Are you?
My lord.
Are you or you are not? You remember
Can that
saying
question be
simple
rephrased? Because you are saying murder. I think that's what the court is here to find. Just say the death of Katanga.
Doctor, will you provide an answer to my question? And please avoid through court, my lord, I will advise doctor to avoid engaging us in these counter arguments. He is here to answer questions.
Or not an eyewitness?
I think we can't just be throwing around terms.
Mr. Katanga, let's not go there, please. We want to treat this doctor with all courtesy that we can exercise. We are only requiring that he exhibits, he reciprocates. Please don't engage me.
Doctor, are you an eyewitness?
No. I didn't witness the death of the
So
late
are you
Katanga.
an eyewitness or not?
I was not
a question.
an eyewitness to the death of Katanga.
Doctor,
I wasn't.
are you or you are not?
I was not.
Please.
That's what I'm saying.
So this, your conclusion, is based on photo viewing.
No. It is not.
What is the basis for this, your conclusion? Number 1?
The position of the wounds. Number 2, a reconstruction which was carried out here in court.
Number 3?
Yeah, those.
So you are saying that you reconstructed the scene of this crime in court here. Is that?
My lord, what I've written here is...
Doctor, do you understand my question? I am yet to refer to what you wrote. I've asked you a specific question. Are you telling this court that you reconstructed this crime scene in court here?
No, my lord. No, my lord.
So where did you reconstruct this crime scene?
I only reconstructed causation of the 2 wounds.
You reconstructed what?
The causation of the 2 wounds.
So you reconstructed the causation of the 2 wounds on the body of Katanga court here.
That's right, my lord.
Using the 3 volunteers before court.
That's right, my lord.
And this is the only time you undertook that reconstruction of the causation of the wounds.
That was not the only time.
How many times have you reconstructed the causation of the 2 wounds?
When I went through the evidence that was disclosed, my lord, I did it in my mind. And that's how I produced it here in court.
So if I get you well, the first reconstruction was in your mind.
That's right,
The
my
second
lord.
reconstruction was using the 3 volunteers here.
That's right, my lord.
So the question is simple. What informed your mental reconstruction of the causation of the 2 wounds?
My lord, I am a trained forensic pathologist.
That's why I'm asking you.
Yes.
So this court, according to your training,
My experience.
what
my lord.
informed?
My experience, my lord.
So you just imagined by virtue of your experience, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So I want to imagine that you never applied the photographs. You only, you did not.
Of course I use the photographs.
Other than the photographs, did you use anything else for your mental reconstruction?
A toy pistol, my lord.
What else?
My hands, my lord. My hands, my lord.
What else?
Those were the main ones, my lord.
You never visited the actual scene of crime, did you?
No, I did not, my lord.
You never saw, for emphasis, the actual body, did you?
No, my lord, I did it.
You never interviewed and had an oral account of any eyewitness, did you?
No, my lord.
So your reconstruction was imaginary and not based on direct evidence, is it?
It was based on the evidence disclosed by the prosecution, my lord.
that in your studies you undertook patient or client diagnosis. You have an idea about what that means?
My lord, yes, I do.
How do you understand it?
Diagnosis, my lord, means arriving at a conclusion based on the history and examination, investigations, and then you can be able to say this person has this disease.
Does it also include physical examination of the subject?
Not always, my lord.
Are you a psychiatrist?
I am not, my lord.
It is psychiatrists that are trained to diagnose mental sickness, correct?
Specifically, yes, that's right, my lord.
You earlier told this court that you reviewed disclosed policy statements of prostitution witness.
That's right, my lord.
Is it in your knowledge that any of them testified in this court?
I don't know, lord.
In the same vein, will I be correct to say that you also don't know how close they were with the deceased?
No, my lord, I don't know.
You also couldn't know how long and often they interacted with the deceased?
No, my lord, I don't know.
You could not also know whether what is contained in their statement was partial or complete story of the deceased's circumstances?
Definitely not, my lord.
In fact, you could not know whether what is contained in their statement was true or not.
I do not know whether it was true or not.
Maybe some interpretation. So we'll go for another. Including through observation of materials at the scene of the actual scene of crime, correct?
Oh, that's right, my lord.
Okay. And you will agree with me that in forensic pathology, anything that is capable of explaining the cause of death at the scene is evidence.
That's right, my lord.
In death investigations, for example, the position of the body, how you find the body, is in itself evidence.
That's right, my lord.
Where you find the firearm, for example, that positioning is in itself evidence.
That's right, my lord.
The presence or lack of it, of say blood, is in itself evidence.
That's right, my lord.
To summarize it all, the entire appearance of the scene of crime in its original form is, for purposes of death investigations, a critical piece of evidence.
That's right, my lord.
And if anyone alters any of the natural settings, you can, in your field of expertise, conclude that evidence was tampered with.
Objection, my lord. I think that question is inviting the witness to speculate. He's unable, as a doctor, to say crime scene was tampered with, destroyed. He's leading him to speculate. That can't be the path for pathologists.
He's a pathologist.
Yes.
And he's being led on things that help the pathologist to arrive at a conclusion. So how is that speculation?
His last question, he was going, the initial question, have they destroyed evidence? And he's inviting him to speculate to say yes or no.
As a pathologist, if you found that the scene has been tampered with, will that affect your findings? Is that speculation?
If that's a fact, but this one did it. So my lord, initially as a forensic pathologist, they deliver for you a body, not the scene. So and if you go to the scene, then you can't, whatever the answer, yes or no, is inviting the witness to speculate. Even Ambayo himself who came and tendered that report, the pathology report, the postmortem, refused to speculate on that issue. Says, me, I dealt with the body. Don't take me to what happened at the scene. Said, I dealt with the body. And the request for postmortem. I will limit my understanding around there. So you can't invite this one to to begin speculating.
An expert witness will be able to tell us what happened. Yes, these are from his expertise.
You see, my lord,
I don't think that is speculation.
it is, my lord, because you see, my lord, Dr. Tambai is the one who carried out the postmortem in this matter, right? But they carefully never took him to that kind of question, you know. If indeed they want to put this to him, that ought to have been put to Ambayo, who carried out the postmortem examination on the body of the deceased. So they can't put that one to him.
The doctor is an expert. He's a pathologist.
See.
When you're doing your forensic pathology and you come across a scene where things have changed, things have been moved. Yes, so that's what they've asked him. The questions are that question is arising from this question.
An expert must only give evidence on what he knows and what is presented to him. What may happen in this world about the million possibilities of things is completely off limit. So you can't say, supposing you go to Kabale, which has a lot of hills, which gear do you use? He has never been to Kabale.
Let us investigate what an expert can and cannot. An expert is a special kind of witness.
Yes,
an
my lord.
expert is not an ordinary witness.
Yes. And the greatest respect, my lord, even an expert is not allowed to speculate in court. That's not evidence. They can only make conclusions on his own evidence. Things that factually observed, done, by himself, not about other possibilities. Because that's useless. Whichever way you answer, it's still speculation. So you cannot ask him about what other people may have done or may not have done when he knows no factual information about it. That will be speculation. My lord, with greatest respect.
If I may add to that, when you look at Dr. Tambayo's report, nowhere is there any reference to the scene of crime. Nothing. Even pretextable. Yes, even pretextable. There is no reference to the scene of crime. He only deals with what has been presented. And then he comes up with his own.
Yes, Mr. Morgan, you have a citation for us.
My lord, before the citation, the witness, my lord, before this court is a defense witness. In his evidence, he has not just testified about issues of common sense, which ordinarily are speculative. He has also testified about issues of third parties in terms of reviewing of statements, watching photographs taken by other people, and formed opinions. My lord, the reason we did not object is because experts can have a wide area of either science or an art from which they can form opinions. Whether or not their opinions are believed, my lord, is a question for court. In this case, the questions we are putting to him, my lord, are issues of science, forensic science. And we began from the point where, according to forensic science, what constitutes evidence. And he has already listed all manner of things, both visible and invisible, that constitute evidence in forensic science. Now, we seek his opinion as a forensic pathologist. If any of these are misplaced or altered or erased, whether or not that would not constitute destruction or alteration of evidence. My lord, under section 43, I believe, of the Evidence Act, experts have wide leverage to make commentary not just on questions of foreign law or any science or art. They can't be limited. The only justifiable objection, my lord, is if the question touches on a field outside the witness's field of expertise. In this case, my lord, the witness before you is an investigator of issues to do with death and what causes the same. In this case, my lord, he is free to give his opinion, which we can test either way, and there is no prejudice to either party. And for us, we would be comfortable, my lord, with any answer at this stage. Any answer he gives us, he gives this court, it will be good enough. My lord, I pray that he answers the question. The question?
Yes, my lord.
What is the answer?
A yes or no is not an opinion. If this court seeks my opinion, then can I just give the court my opinion?
Unfortunately,
Mr. Morgan, let him answer and give his opinion.
my lord, I shall get there. I shall get there. Because Mr. Nvu, I advised, if we leave him to lecture us, we will not leave this place. So just please.
Yes,
My lord, I
Mr.
thought you guided that let the witness answer.
Yes,
and he's trying to give
witness
his
has
answer,
stated
so he
that he
can't
cannot give a
guard.
yes or no answer.
Yes,
He
he
needs
was going
to
ahead,
give
yes,
his-
but
yes.
counsel should not then guard him.
You can't give a yes or no answer to what question?
What you asked.
Which one? Do you want me to repeat it? Do you still remember what I asked it?
Let Mr. Morgan ask the question again.
Doctor, do you want me to ask the question again?
What you ask?
My lord.
Do you remember?
Do you still
Yes,
remember the question?
I remember.
What is the question?
It's about alteration of a crime scene, whether it can affect the cause of death or my findings.
So the question is,
Let Mr. Morgan repeat.
Yeah, you repeat.
Doctor, will any alteration or destruction of any of the pieces of evidence you have listed affect your findings? That doesn't require an explanation. The explanation will come, my lord, the explanation will come, my lord, the explanation will be required depending on the answer he provides. Whether it affects or not, that's where I want to begin from, my lord. If he says it affects,
Okay, if he
then
says-
we will take him on there.
Doctor, you said it can have a yes or no answer.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
It may be yes or no.
So let's go by the yes first.
So let him answer. Mr. Morgan, Mr. Morgan, let the witness answer. No, Mr. Morgan, let the witness answer.
Yes.
Answer yes and a bit of an opinion.
That's
If no, and because you said it can have yes
my
or
lord.
no.
That's right,
you
my
answer
lord.
in
So
that
let's
manner
begin.
that we will know.
So let's begin with the yes. How will it affect?
With a yes, if I am taken to the scene, if I, the pathologist, go to the scene, and then the scene,
Actually, my lord, to let him know, I know he was confused by our arguments. I am talking about scene investigation. So assume that you are investigating death at the scene. There is no other scenario I'm looking for. Scene. My question was very, very, very categorical. My line of questioning is categorical. So don't be confused by our English here. I am asking about your pathology at the scene.
right?
At the scene. So there is no alternative. So yes, at the scene.
That I'm a bit lost.
Okay. Yes. My lord, the confusion is already. Yeah, but I'm making a statement. Just a minute, please. I am the only one who can save you from that confusion. So,
Let's wait. But let's hear Mr. Morgan.
but these are my questions. But you say you are confused. Can we help you?
Just a moment. Yes, Mr.
My lord, our questions are very well intentioned. Now, the problem we are running into is for the defense to imagine what we are supposed to be asking. And that's very dangerous. Because you can't know unless we have asked it. My questions are on issues of actual scene of crime. Issues at the scene of crime. Not in the mortuary, not in the lab. And my questions, my lord, as you can see, the pieces of evidence I have just pieces of evidence that can only be found at the scene of crime. General appearance of the scene, blood at the scene, position of the body. These can only be at the scene.
So let the witness answer with his opinion.
But my lord, if I may,
Yeah.
Mr. Morgan asked the witness, as a forensic pathologist, would that destruction or alteration of evidence affect your findings? It is on that question that my lord gave you. Then the witness said that he cannot answer that question yes or no, because a yes or no is not an opinion. The witness then began explaining, if I am taken to the scene as a pathologist. So my confusion is Mr. Mwaganya abandoning the question that he asked?
There is no question I am abandoning, my lord. Secondly, my question is of a general nature. Now, the defense, with due respect, seems to be going specific. I have not asked any specific questions regarding the Katanga scene.
So
I am asking about general
the witness
scenes.
has started as answering of any of the pieces of evidence listed will affect the finding if I am taken to the scene.
And that's where,
as
my
a
lord,
pathologist.
I came
And
in
that's
to
your-
say, please, to clear his confusion, please don't be confused that this question is intended for
Mr.
the.
Morgan, he had reached that point of if I am taken to the scene as a pathologist.
My lord, I am objecting to the if, because my question is specific. My question is not hypothetical. You can only use if we are dealing with scenarios. My question is scenario specific.
Mr. Morgan, that is
His answer.
No, he would not answer to a question that I have not
that is
asked.
the answer he has.
My lord, does Mr. Kabega want to cross-examine this witness on our behalf?
Let's the doctor finish answering.
No, my lord, what I object to is for me to be diverted from my line of
The
cross-examination.
witness has answered. Whether you like the answer or not is a different issue. He has said if I am taken, that is his answer.
And
We can record it as his answer.
And my lord, I am saying that my question is scenario specific. I want the witness not to speculate. Give a specific answer as if you are examining the scene. It is scenario specific. So if it doesn't arise.
My lord, the dead body never lies. You find the cause of death when you examine the dead body. The environment only tells you about circumstances. So the dead body never ever lies when you examine it. So the dead body will tell you the cause of death. The environment will only give you the circumstances of the death, my lord.
Is it your evidence that as a forensic pathologist, the position of the body is irrelevant to the cause and circumstances of death?
Many times it is.
So if you are at the scene and there is evidence that the body has been shifted from the original position to another, I'm not saying in this case it was. Please, mine is a general question. Would that affect your findings as the death investigator?
Yes, it will affect my findings.
How will it affect? Or why would it affect?
My lord, the best scenario I can give. No, I want to explain. Okay.
As a death investigator, if a body has moved from its original position,
It will affect your findings.
That's right.
You can answer the why or how,
Yeah.
depending on which one you want to go.
When a body has been moved from the original position where death occurred, one, the stiffening of the body will be abnormal.
Just go slow. Yes, okay.
Yeah.
Just hold it. Proceed.
Two, the gravitation of the blood will also be affected.
Yes.
So as a forensic pathologist, I'll be able to say this body has been moved from the position where death occurred.
And therefore,
But that does not interfere with the cause of death.
will it interfere with the manner of death?
Yes, it will affect the circumstances of the death.
Please answer the why or how. Okay.
In a case where a body has been moved and it is evident that from the stiffening of the body and from the movement of blood after death, if this body is hung up to simulate
We are not
a
talking
suicide.
of
No, movement. You said
hanging.
movement. Yes,
Not hanging.
that's what I'm trying to tell you.
Movement, not hanging. Be specific. Movement, not hanging.
Hanging is
Don't
movement.
introduce another scenario. I
No,
will
no.
go to hanging.
Yeah. So in this case, you can say with confidence that this person died before the body was hanged up.
I am advising you to restrict yourself to movement as opposed to hanging. Hanging is another subject, and I will come there. Movement. You want to answer to the movement?
My lord, the question was, can it affect the manner of death, the circumstances of death? I've said yes, and I'm trying to explain.
You said it can be when there's a hanging.
Yes.
No, I understood, my lord, just to be clear, I think the answer is it can affect it if there was a hanging and the death was before the hanging.
My lord, one of these days, Mr. Karuhanga will be called to the witness stand.
If this body is hanged up to simulate a suicide, we can say that this body was hanged up after that.
Yes.
Supposing it is moved to another location which is not hanging.
Yeah, you can tell that this body was moved.
No, in terms of, will it affect your death investigation? In terms of the manner of death? My lord, I'm dealing with an expert.
Has the witness understood?
My lord, I am not here to teach lawyers.
Has the witness understood?
Have you understood?
Yeah, my lord, I have understood. My issue is whether he has understood what he's asking. This is my question here. No.
My lord, the witness already told us from circumstances surrounding the death. Circumstances of the death. So when you use now manner, you have introduced the third day. This is what I recorded, my lord, and you recorded it. He said, sin of crime will affect the circumstances of death, but not the cause of death. And he said, a dead body never lies. It will tell you the cause of death. The sin will tell you the circumstances of death. So the sin is circumstance. Now, this is that word called manner. So what is that? Is it cause of death or is it circumstances of death? Because the two are different. The cause of death will always be cause of death. Whether you have moved the body to massacre and back, the circumstances will only tell you the circumstances under which this death was caused. But the cause will always remain the same.
So
That's what the witness said.
So when he mentioned
So what
the
is
hanging,
Mr. Karo, Mr.
when he used the example of hanging, that clearly was the cause of death.
Yes.
But that was an example used to demonstrate the cause of death. Because he said that if the body was hanged up after that death, that means that the cause of death was not the hanging. The person died.
So he's combining both circumstances.
So now, if the body was moved to another location and it is not hanged, that was the next question.
Yes.
How does that affect the manner of death?
What does that affect?
And my lord, may I request for clarity, because these objections are not, they are time wasting, but also they divert us. So may I propose, my lord, that doctor be told that to be free. If I have asked anything he doesn't understand, let him raise it, as opposed to the lawyers assuming that he has not understood. If a lawyer has not understood, my lord, he should write down and research, because the person on the witness stand is not counsel. It is the witness, my lord. My lord, I did my part. I read. I cannot be here to read for my land colleagues.
My lord, we are part of this trial. We all need to understand what is going on.
But this one, my lord, I am not going to start interpreting scientific terminology to counsel.
No, let us proceed in a manner where the trial can be followed by everybody.
But you know, those simple things which even the dictionary can.
Yes.
Now you answer if the body was moved to a location and it is not dead, that is, it's not hanging, that is being.
That's right. My lord, I would be doing a disservice to this court if I didn't explain the difference between manner of death, cause of death, and circumstances of death.
I am not requiring that now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not, my lord, I'm not here for a class in forensic science. Yeah, cross-examination is specific.
If the body was moved to another location and the intention was not to simulate a hanging, what would the impact?
Of course, for me as a forensic pathologist, I would ask myself, why was this body moved?
My question is how it would affect your death investigation. Don't set yourself another question, doctor, please.
My lord.
How it would affect. No, those questions you can ask yourself. Mine is how will it affect your death investigation?
My lord, death investigation is very wide. It's a wide topic. You get it? It's a wide, it's not only the forensic pathologist, the crime scene officers.
Doctor, do you know you don't know? Do you know you don't know?
Mine is the cause of death.
No.
It will not affect the cause of death.
So, and this is exactly, my lord, where I wanted to come. And he says his is cause of death, not the manner of death or circumstances of death. Let's get that clear. Just to repeat what you just told this court. Yours is what?
Just a moment. Let us write what I have. Let us know what I have.
Yes.
He said if the body first was moved to another location and is not hung, I would ask myself why the body was moved.
That's right.
It would not affect the cause of death.
That's right.
And then you added that yours is cause of death and not what? Not manner of death.
No, my lord, did not say that. And my lord, I want to, why I'm objecting on manner of death, my lord? Is manner of death means, was this death a homicide, a suicide, or an accident?
My lord,
That's the meaning of that term.
I seek for your indulgence, my lord, for counsel not to program this witness, my lord. I know exactly what Mr. Kalanga is doing.
Mr. Morgan.
We object, my lord.
Mr. Kalanga, the witness has ended there. It would not affect the cause of death. What else did you say?
You said yours is as cause of death as opposed to, please, just go on that, otherwise we go on the transcript.
Yeah.
Just repeat what you said,
The
doctor.
transcript? Can you get the transcript now of what he has said? It is in audio form.
Yes, that's what we want. He just said. Do you want to repeat it to save us time? You said yours
that's
is
right.
as to cause of death as opposed to...
When the body is moved.
Doctor, please. You say yours, my lord, I am being
We are
done.
repeating this. We are wasting more time. Let Mr. Ntende find the audio.
That's okay, my
and
lord.
we move forward.
That's okay, my lord.
No, Mr. Kalanga, let's listen to them.
That's okay, my lord.
Okay. We are wasting a lot of time.
To yours is as to the cause of death.
That's right, my lord.
How about the manner of death? The manner or circumstances of death?
My lord, the cause of death is often related to the manner of death.
How about the circumstances of death? Do you also
The
investigate?
circumstances of death is actually the manner of death.
There are two scenarios here for court. And I will use, my lord, the example of gunshot wounds. By cause of death, you establish that the person X died as a result of a gunshot wound.
That's right, my lord.
By manner of death or circumstance of death, you are establishing whether the person was killed or he killed himself, etc.
That's right, my lord.
So the cause and circumstances of death are not one and the same. Now that we are sure you investigate cause of death, is it also in your calling, professional calling, to investigate the circumstances of death? Yes or no?
Yes.
So you can't run away from issues of circumstances of death now.
I will not run away from them.
You are trying to. There is something called, also in your profession, called self-victimization. Are you familiar with that subject?
No, I'm not.
You are not. How about false victimization? It is a common subject in pathology. Tell the court if you know it or not.
I don't know it.
What the two mean, they refer to scenarios where I'm now...
Because my lord, now it's evidence. Is he not giving evidence?
Sure.
By providing definitions from the...
My lord, it's not uncommon for me to break down the terminology for the doctor. He can still say that he doesn't understand what it is. Doctor, by self or false victimization, I mean scenarios where evidence is either fabricated or exaggerated by participants in crime to create an untrue scenario. Do you now understand what it is?
That is what self? You called it what? Could you repeat it for me?
Self-victimization, which is also called false victimization.
No, I'm not sure. Is this evidence from the bar? Because the witness had already said he doesn't know these terms. When my colleague now provides definitions for them, and he claims it's pathology, my lord, I want to object that he's really testifying.
My lord, this is pathology,
Evidence.
but this expert can tell this court that is not familiar with this subject.
Yeah, this one I don't know.
Now I have offered an explanation. I want to probe him further whether he now understands it or is he still green about this subject.
Now I'm beginning to understand, but it's not common in pathology.
It is not common, but it's part of pathology.
No, I'm hearing it for the first time.
Okay, then you can't understand it really if it's for the first time.
I'm just hearing it for the first time.
In your death, my lord, can I proceed? In your death investigations, you are trained, are you not?
That's right. That's right. We are trained.
I'm not even asking that
Okay.
question.
It's okay. It's okay. Yeah.
You are trained to assess whether or not, for example, when it comes to examination of injuries, whether the injuries were superficial, self-inflicted, or caused by an aggressor, whether they are defensive, whether they are the manner of injury. Is that also something you are hearing about for the first time today?
No. Injuries, that's what forensic pathology is about.
So are you familiar with the subject of wound staging?
Yes.
In wound staging, you as experts examine injuries to see whether they are self-inflicted, in other words, whether they are superficial, non-lethal, lacking in signs of struggle, etc. You possess that expertise.
My
Are
lord,
you trained in that?
my lord, the jargons that counsel is using are not right. What you say now, as a forensic pathologist, I stand here to say he is misleading court.
This evidence is false.
Doctor,
What terms are not there in pathology?
You see, first of all, we talk about types of wounds, different types of wounds. Number two, then we can talk about are these wounds self-inflicted or not? That's a different subject.
so what is misleading, my lord, in my question?
But is it in pathology?
Yes, it is in forensic pathology.
Which are the terms you use that are
What he's doing, he's just making a catalog of everything.
Wound staging is superficial.
Yes. Wound staging, for instance. I've never heard of wound staging. Okay?
So
But what
pathologists do in relation to wounds?
they describe them, my lord. You describe what type of wound it is, which part of the body this wound is, the size of this wound, whether it is contaminated or not. All that is what, and many more. For instance, how old this wound is, the age. Those are the things we document, my lord.
In other words, you do wound analysis.
Yes. Yeah, in a layman's language.
Just to let you know that actually wound analysis is wound staging as well. But I can use whichever term you are familiar with.
Okay.
So in wound analysis, you are competent to examine whether the wounds are superficial,
That's right.
self-inflicted,
That's right.
defensive wounds,
That's right.
non-lethal,
That's right.
lacking in signs of struggle,
That is what? Please, could you repeat that, my lord?
lacking in signs of struggle.
Lacking in...
That's the direct opposite of defensive.
Oh, okay.
You want to fresh your science, correct or not?
Those are not common. That's not how we commonly state it, my
Yeah,
lord.
but I'm not here only to talk about what you know. I'm talking about gender.
That's not how we...
How is it stated? How is it?
Whether they're defensive wounds or not, it's as simple as that, my lord.
I can tell you that I'm not only taking you on simple ones.
Okay.
provided it's in your area.
Oh, okay.
So, my lord, it's whether they are defensive wounds.
In other words, my lord, can we proceed? You are trained in the subject of victimology. That's something you are familiar with?
No, I am not.
You are not.
No.
You don't know so much about this area.
Victimology, no?
Okay. Is it that it doesn't exist or that you don't know it?
I don't know.
Okay. Fair enough. But you know and you are trained to forensically study wounds in relation to victim traits, are you?
Yes.
And in this regard, you are trained to study the behavior of the so-called victims in order to understand their interaction with the supposed offenders. Do you?
No. That one I don't know.
You never studied that.
No, I didn't study that.
So the skill which you possess now, Dr. Nvoa, you are not, does not help you to determine if a crime is opportunistic or staged. You don't possess that expertise, do you?
If it is,
opportunistic or staged?
What's that, my lord? I don't understand.
You either know you don't. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I'm trying to ask.
It's okay not to know, Dr. Nvoa.
Okay.
I am taking you here, my lord. He says he does not possess the skills to determine whether the wounds in a crime are opportunistic, from opportunity, or staged. The crime.
Whether the crime is opportunistic or staged.
I beg your pardon.
And the difference between those two words in English, my lord, is the same.
I beg your pardon, my lord. If that's what I said, can we save time, please?
What were you supposed to ask? You're supposed to ask about the wounds, not the crime.
The wounds in a crime. The wounds in relation to a crime. We are dealing with crime investigation. Doctor, you want now to, with the correction from my land brothers, you want to change your answer? You do not possess skills to determine whether the wounds in a crime are opportunistic or staged.
No, my lord, the distinction, my lord, has to be made clear to us, because in my understanding, that's the same thing.
I can confidently tell this court that the understanding of my colleague is wrong. Let the witness answer my question.
No, I need clarification. No, I don't.
Doctor, what don't you understand from what I have said? I have asked you.
Wounds, opportunistic
wounds or staged?
Or staged, that I don't understand.
You don't know. It's fair enough.
Yeah.
You see, I am taking you to an area because of your big CV that you put in this court.
Yeah.
So, if you don't know, it's okay.
Yeah, that one I don't know.
But Mr. Morgan, if you want an answer, what if
my lord, that is exactly what I was doing to explain, and the defense objected. I was breaking down these things the defense says I should not submit. So do they now accept that I can break down for their witness? He doesn't. With the skills that you possess today, to distinguish between what is true and what is false in relation to wounds of subjects of crime.
My lord, that's a totally different question. I know about
my lord, that question is different. That's why I'm asking it now and not before. So please answer the question.
I know about wounds. Period.
Now, thank you. Even you say my judge theory, even my judge knows about the wounds. But now I am asking about his professional skills as a forensic pathologist to distinguish between what is true and what is false in relation to wounds of subjects of crime. It is okay to know, it is okay not to know. Please, do you know, do you possess those skills?
What skills? Sorry, my lord, I made it.
The distinction between what is true and false claims in relation to wounds. Doctor, do you know or you don't know?
I know about wounds.
Not this particular one.
I know about what is true about wounds, but what is false about wounds?
You don't know.
It's a concept I'm trying to grapple with.
That's okay. That's okay, doctor.
So you have the skills to distinguish what are
the different types of wounds.
What is true about them?
But
and what is true about them, yes.
But you can't tell whether they are true or false in relation to crime, specific crimes.
But I wish counsel would be more specific.
What is not specific in this question?
But it's not clear what a false wound is, for example.
Yes.
What's a false wound?
Please, counsel,
Yes.
you are not the one answering.
No, but my lord, you need to follow.
My lord, can we exercise courtesy? But it's, my lord, with due respect, it is not Mr. Katanga.
Let the witness.
Yeah. Okay.
He should understand. He
Yes.
should answer what he understands.
Yeah.
And we can only get it from him.
Okay.
Doctor, what don't you understand?
My lord, for instance,
The question is, what don't you understand? That doesn't go, for example.
You said you have
I know true wounds.
True wounds.
Yes.
Is it the false wounds that you deny?
Yes, precisely. The so-called false wounds.
Okay, that's fair, doctor.
Yeah.
Now, let me break it down for you.
False wounds are not wounds.
In forensic pathology, individuals who commit violent crimes may, in their minds, carry a sense of self-victimization. And in some scenarios, they can inflict wounds on themselves to create a perception. And my instruction is that for you as an expert, you are trained to study the scenario and establish whether these wounds were naturally occasioned on the so-called victim of crime or they are stage-managed. You either possess that skill or you don't, and we move on. Have you now understood me?
Yes, I've understood him.
Do you possess that skill?
No, I don't.
What's the name of the skill? The skill of false wound.
What have recorded is
I know them. Wounds that are self-inflicted, I know. Wounds that are inflicted by somebody else, I know. But the concept he's bringing, I don't understand.
Of a false wound.
Yes.
The whole concept might not of a false wound.
But he explained false. What did you explain as a false wound? I thought false wound is,
Not a
in his
wound.
explanation,
It's not a wound.
a self-inflicted wound.
That cannot be yeah.
My lord, you got me right.
Then my lord wasn't clear because
But that is what he explained here.
because my lord self-infliction is different from false. What he explained as a false wound is to call it a staged wound. That a victim who knows they are feeling guilty can then go and wound themselves. That there's a specific term of pathology, of victimology, of false wounds. So that's what he doesn't know. But my lord, the question of whether a wound is self-inflicted or inflicted by another person is a totally different factual question.
You will tell us
And the
that.
witness has told us that he
Yes,
knows
that is what he
You will
has
tell
said.
us that when you are testifying.
That he can distinguish between genuinely caused wounds and self-inflicted wounds.
That's right. Yes.
yes.
Isn't that what? That's fair. That is what he has said.
No, that's because what we are worried about, my lord, was that recording of saying he cannot identify.
But my lord, if he said so,
Because he said, I cannot tell what is true or false about wounds in relation to crime. I possess the skill to distinguish between genuinely caused wounds and self-inflicted. Yes. Yes.
That's fine. What is not genuine about this?
I beg your pardon, my lord, on the last two sentences.
What I recorded, I have the skills to distinguish what are the different types of wounds and what is true about them. But I cannot tell what is true or false about them in relation to crime. Then I do possess the skill to distinguish between genuine caused wounds and self-inflicted wounds. That is after your explanation on what a false wound.
So you have the skill, do you?
That's right.
In your training, can false wounds be caused through surgical procedures?
False wounds, or are we using the term?
Self-inflicted wounds. Could we say self-inflicted wounds? Is that
One
what
and the
you mean?
same. Please take it as such. It's one and the same.
Yes.
There can't be false wounds except if they are inflicted.
A false wound would mean that there is no wound. Like how they do in film and movies and they create something. That is what it is.
False inflicted, my lord.
The wound is false.
But we have now
There is no confusion. It is you who is confused, probably.
So doctor,
Yeah.
self-inflicted wounds,
Be done through surgical procedures and be very strange.
Can it or it cannot?
I don't know. It is very, to me, my experience.
Your report has cited a lot of strange things. My lord, can we have a bit of silence from the defense. Because we got over this heckling some time back. And if we can restrain the better, by now.
So you do not know if self-inflicted wounds can be caused by surgical means?
That's true. That's right.
You don't know whether they can be caused by
I have not come across them.
Have you come across any self-inflicted wound in criminal investigations?
Oh yes.
In what scenario?
My lord, like somebody who is attempting suicide using
any other scenario?
A surgical blade.
Okay, one, and that is outside my subject.
Yeah. In children, I've seen in children who inflict wounds on themselves, either because of psychological stress or to gain a benefit. It can also happen, maybe self-inflicted.
Gain a benefit.
And what?
To gain a benefit.
That's right.
What benefit is
no, for instance, if a child wants to move away from some place.
Okay. Does that apply to adults too?
Rarely. I have not had much experience, or I have not seen many of them.
As a doctor, is surgical procedure capable of causing what we have now agreed is self-inflicted wounds on a suspect of crime?
That you carry surgery on yourself to simulate crime. I've never seen that. I've never experienced that. Somebody doing surgery on himself, maybe giving himself anesthesia, and then causing injury to himself. My lord, I've never experienced such a thing.
Have you experienced surgical procedure with the help of a third party?
On myself?
Are you a suspect? On a suspect of crime. Remember the subject?
Yeah.
Self-inflicted wounds in order to cause a scenario.
My lord, in all my experience, I have not seen this.
You've not seen it?
No.
Have you read about its existence?
No, I have not read.
And you've not heard about it?
For the first time from you.
Thank you. Doctor, I will leave it at that because this court can read these concepts and gauge your expertise as to whether an expert of your CV could not have known about this. My lord, may the interpretation of capital I progress.
Where wounds?
You got instructions in relation to Katanga.
The late Katanga.
Did you get any instructions in relation to Mole Katanga, their clients?
No, I did not.
You were never instructed to do anything in relation to her own wounds, correct?
No, I was not.
Thank you. But you confirm that as a pathologist, your expertise is not restricted to wounds of dead bodies, but wounds of persons involved in crime.
Injured persons, my lord.
Injured persons, thank you.
That's right.
Injured persons, yeah. Not just dead bodies.
No, not dead bodies. Only.
Okay. Now, just two questions before we prefer. In your introduction here, in your CV, you presented yourself as an author of 2 books.
That's right, my lord.
One of the books was The Heart Soothers.
That's right, my lord.
My lord, on The Heart Soothers, we just want you to confirm that this particular book, Heart Soothers, is not connected to the subject of forensic pathology at all.
No, my lord, it is not.
It is a love story between, I think...
It's a literature textbook.
Literature textbook talking about love between 2 university students.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay. So this one, the second book is this one, Medicine and the Law.
That's right, my lord.
It is a collection of your newspaper articles that you had written over time. So it's a compilation of your newspaper publications.
That's right, my lord.
Which are principally your personal opinions. Do they represent your personal opinions or perceptions for that matter? Perceptions for that matter.
In some aspects, yes.
And these newspaper articles, as reflected in this book, are not peer-reviewed.
No, they are not peer-reviewed.
Neither is the book itself after compilation. It's not peer-reviewed.
My Lord.
You are doing well by answering specifically.
A number of people reviewed the book, my Lord. A number of people behind, you can check behind. A number of people reviewed this book, my Lord. And they made comments. You can read behind, my Lord. That's right, my Lord. Yes, that's right, my Lord.
We are going to give court this book, so tell us who peer reviewed what.
Yeah, my Lord, this book was reviewed by a renowned professor of forensic medicine, renowned worldwide, Professor Michael Pollanin, the chief forensic pathologist of Ontario in Canada. Professor Michael Pollanin. Michael Pollanin. Pollanen.
L-E-N.
Yeah. Pollanin. P-O-L-L-A-N-E-N.
We can read it. Is that at the back of the book?
Yeah, my Lord. This book was also reviewed by his boss, Michael Wamasebo. Michael, DPP. He was in the DPP. He was Assistant Director of Public Prosecutions. Michael Wamasebo.
Mr. Onvoa, I know my bosses. If you can restrict yourself to what is in your knowledge.
Okay. A senior prosecutor. It was reviewed by a senior prosecutor.
Can you listen? I know my bosses. Don't allocate bosses.
Okay. I'm sorry. I am sorry.
Please. Your materials. They never published or helped you publish this on any legal journal. Because we are seeing your science book reviewed by lawyers. Was it published in any renowned legal journal?
No.
I just want you to confirm that nothing in this book, no article, was published in relation to forensic pathology.
My Lord.
Peer-reviewed, published by a renowned scientific journal of forensic pathology.
It was not meant to be, my Lord.
It was not known. Now we have actual. Was it or not?
It was not meant to be, no.
Okay. But let's come to you as an individual, my Lord. Forget about the book. This book that prosecutors forwarded. Let's come now to you generally as an individual. Have you published any peer-reviewed journal on forensic pathology anywhere in the world?
Yes, my Lord.
Which one?
I have 6 publications.
Doctor, which one?
Can I have my phone?
We always have the phone.
Yeah, I can.
Forensic pathology.
That's right, my Lord. Yeah. Let me just reach to them, my Lord.
Okay.
My Lord,
the first, doctor?
No, the latest first. We start with the latest.
I don't mind which order you prefer. Give us number 1.
Forensic Science, Medicine and Pathology. The title is Sudden Unexpected Death in Epilepsy in Africa. Accepted on 22nd December 2025. Accepted on 22nd December 2025.
Yeah, I've read this article. It's on nodding disease, basically, right?
Yes, epilepsy. It is sudden and unexpected death in epilepsy in Africa.
So it's on epilepsy.
It's on components of nodding disease.
That's right?
Yeah. I've read.
Okay.
So you save me time on this one.
Yeah, but it is forensic science. Huh?
Okay, now let me save the court's record. Forensic pathology in respect of gunshot wounds.
Oh, I've not had any publications there. For that particular one.
My Lord, he has written a number on nodding diseases. So I want...
It's not justified. Don't give us facts, Mr. Mwagana. Facts are for witnesses. Don't give information to the court. It come through the witness.
I have already established it. So apart from, Dr. Onvoa, apart from your work on nodding diseases, you do not have any published research on the aspect of forensic pathology regarding homicides or gunshot wounds?
No,
you have none.
That's right, published in a forensic journal on homicides, no?
Okay, now you save us a lot of time, my dad. My Lord, we pray for a lunch break. When we return, we can try to handle our last segment. We ready to progress. Doctor, this our last segment. We request you to answer specifically, and we save on time. Did you review the blood spatter report in your examination? Yes or no?
Yes.
Switch on the mic, please.
Yes, I did.
Do you have professional training in blood spatter analysis?
No, I don't have.
So tell us, doctor, did you establish the dying position of the deceased?
No, I didn't.
So you can't tell whether the deceased died sitting, lying, standing, or in any other posture, right?
No, I can't.
You can't.
No.
And you could not even tell the dying position by a review of the photographs you were available?
No, of course not.
Defense Exhibit 18, 28. In fact, you could not even tell the dying position of the deceased from any of the materials availed to you by your clients. Could you? Could you or not? You could not. Could you tell?
Yes, to some extent I could tell.
Which material had that information of how the deceased died?
My Lord, if I looked at the blood that was on the bed sheet, the blood that was in the room, the DNA analysis of the blood, I could tell in a general way where the deceased probably died from.
So obviously you have not understood my question. Let me repeat it. Did any of the materials you were availed by the defense, using any of the materials that you had, could you tell the dying position of the deceased?
My Lord, that's what I'm trying to answer.
Mr. Nzvoa, could you or
yes,
you could not?
Yes.
Which material?
The blood pattern
Blood pattern report?
and the DNA analysis.
The DNA analysis report.
Yes.
So using those two, you could tell whether the deceased died standing or sitting or lying down.
No, I couldn't.
Now, you realize that we are not communicating. Go to page 13. Are you there?
That's right, my Lord.
I want you to look at the second last bulletin. Can you read it to court?
My Lord, the bullet says the blood spatter pattern shows that the blood of the victim, in this case the accused, was all over the room, and that of the deceased was only on the bed sheet.
Okay. My Lord, may I pray for prosecution exhibit 110, which is the blood pattern report. Yes, 110, which is, my Lord, the blood pattern report. There you go. Dr. Nzvoa, take court to the source of this information.
We must stop from showing this witness.
The witness has referenced it in his report.
Yes, and is making an observation
Based on
that.
My Lord, this court stopped us from when we were leading the witness, we were not allowed to pick documents.
My land brother have any other report? Because I am okay to put any other report to him. That report which...
When we try to lead the witness...
What were the circumstances?
My Lord...
What were the circumstances?
My Lord, the circumstances were that they led him in chief based on what he examined. And we said...
Based on the information they had provided.
Now here, I am cross-examining, quoting the blood pattern report,
which he
refers to. Unless, my Lord, there is a second blood pattern report that he was showed that is different from this one, we can get it clear from counsel.
No, my Lord, that's not the context. The context, my Lord, was that we asked this court to give the accused person, to give the witness, a copy of the post-mortem report. The prosecution objected that this witness cannot pick a document cannot be given to the witness from the court, and that he must go and bring the documents that were given to him, and were even forced to tender in photocopies of what we were given. So my Lord, all I am saying is that the same standard that applied to us must apply to my colleagues.
My Lord, we can make it easier. Doctor, can you pull out the blood pattern report that you analyzed? Pull out your copy. Please, you give us our copy. Okay, pull out the one that you used specifically. Did you consider the blood pattern report in your analysis? Give us one report. Except if all the three are blood pattern reports.
All the three refer to blood pattern reports. I based my conclusion on all the three.
So which one is blood pattern report in your, all the three?
I said I based my report here on all the three.
So which one are you referring, in your report, which one are you referring to as blood spatter report?
My Lord, it is this one here.
Okay, then let's deal with that. Put back others. Okay, please, let's deal with the specific report. I'm not going to be all over. In that blood pattern report, can you take this court to where you got the information that the blood of the victim, who you now say is the accused, was all over the bedroom, and that the deceased was only, or that of the deceased was only on the bed sheet? In that, is it anywhere in the blood spatter report?
No, it is not in the blood pattern report.
So you will agree with me that your observations or conclusions in the second last bulletin, in as far as it relates to the blood spatter report, is incorrect. Do you agree with me?
I don't agree with you, my Lord.
So your position is that even if this information is not in the blood spatter report, you are still correct in making this conclusion?
That's right, my Lord.
Read to court the last bulletin on page 13.
This observation
Were you referring to? In the
of the blood pattern, the blood spatter pattern.
proceed.
This observation irresistibly leads to the conclusion that the deceased battered the victim and then sat on the bed and shot himself.
Doctor, do you have any source of information that you reviewed speaking to these three aspects, or you still applied common sense?
The DNA analysis and the blood stain pattern analysis. Those are my sources of
Good.
information.
Doctor, you now have the blood pattern report, the blood spatter report. May we pray for prosecution exhibit 6 as well. Do you have the DNA report with you? Do you? My Lord, prosecution exhibit 6. Is it with you, doctor?
I am just looking through, sir.
You must, since you reviewed it, it should be easier for you to recognize it. I first want to establish if you have the report.
That's what I'm carefully looking at.
Are you capable of recognizing the report which you say you reviewed among the documents? I didn't tell him to read. I told him to recognize.
Yes, he's now trying to recognize it. Give him a few weeks.
If the man reviewed the report, it should be easy. I didn't expect it to be a hard copy. But it's okay, my Lord, let him read.
Yeah, I probably need to look at the bigger documents I have.
Please, go ahead, please.
Yes.
Court has given you all that I need, especially if you reviewed it.
Mr. Mwanda.
My Lord, let him continue. I already put it to him that he has appended his signature if you prepared by you. It must have been prepared by person who listened in to the evidence prepared it for you and you only appended your signature.
That's not right. That's not right.
Can you take court in any of the 2 reports where there is information that the deceased battered the accused? Is that information there?
No, that information is not there.
You made it up.
That's not right.
Where did you get it? You are an expert of fact. Where did you get this information?
That's right, and I'll tell you where I got that information from. Reading from the witness statements that were availed to me, the initial people who were in the house had commotion in the bedroom. That was their statement. When the accused came out from the room, she had to be taken to hospital. When the accused was examined by a pathologist, she had wounds all over her. The pathologist's report said that she had defensive injuries. So, and then there was blood all over the room in the pictures. And the DNA report said almost all the blood in the pictures outside the bed were of the accused. It is this that formed the basis of my 2 sentences there.
Are you done?
Yes, I am, my lord.
So, Doctor, this conclusion here that you make in the last bulletin, if I can have your attention. Are we together?
Yeah.
So this conclusion here that you have made in the last bulletin, is it born out of your verifiable scientific research, or it is an interpretation of reports of other people?
It's an interpretation.
As a scientist, it does not relate to facts that you can prove, does it?
Yes, it does.
Which of those facts did you prove?
The deceased was dead, and his blood, a lot of it, even in the pictures here, was on the bed. He could not have died anywhere else other than or by the bed.
So you are in the room, you are having 2 people. One is dead, one is injured.
Right?
Which of those facts point to who assaulted the other?
Oh, if somebody has defense injuries.
And one is dead. One is not just defense, but dead.
That's right.
Cold dead.
That's right. And my conclusion is he shot himself.
Is that conclusion based on what you were told from others or from your personal scientific observation as an expert?
That's right, from my personal scientific observation as an expert.
Did you observe this death?
I saw the pictures, my lord, and read the postmortem report.
So from the pictures and the postmortem report, you were in position to ascertain that Henry Katanga shot himself.
That's right, my lord.
Do you have a single picture depicting the shooting? Do you or you do not?
I have all the pictures which I showed here, my lord.
Does any of them depict the action of shooting?
They don't. They don't depict the action of shooting.
So this court really wants to, would love to be assisted from where you stand as a scientist. What forms the basis for your conclusion that Katanga Henry shot himself from the pictures and the postmortem report?
Objection, my lord. The witness has answered that question of what is the basis of his knowledge countless times.
Mr. Tumura, he says from the pictures and postmortem report, I was able to ascertain that Henry Katanga shot himself. So what is the follow-on question? How did the pictures?
And the postmortem report. And I'm asking it for the first time. In any case, there is no harm repeating it.
Yeah. My lord, there was a lacerated right ear. This to me was the blast effect of a gun. My lord, it was demonstrated here in court that when somebody shoots himself, he holds the gun, the natural position of the hand would be a lower elbow, as was demonstrated here. And if a person squeezes this trigger at that range, the bullet would emerge on a higher side of the left ear. And my lord, this bullet had a mark on the ceiling. My invariable conclusion, my lord, was that this was suicidal shooting.
Is that conclusion factual or analytical in nature?
It's both. The wound on the right side.
Conclusion as to suicide, not to the existence of the wound.
It's a professional opinion, my lord.
Is that professional opinion factual or analytical?
It is both.
Go back to your last bulletin again. The deceased battered the victim and then sat on the bed. Did you write that?
That's right, my lord.
Where is the information as to the sitting of the deceased? You wrote that, Doctor?
Yes, I did.
Please tell this court where you got it from. How did you know that the deceased sat on the bed before shooting himself?
My lord, he could have sat on the bed, he could have stood on the bed.
So you are not sure whether he sat or stood or...
That's right. That's right.
So, your conclusions as to the sitting posture of the deceased is a speculative.
It's an opinion.
It is a speculative opinion.
It's an opinion, my lord.
Doctor, is it a factual opinion or speculative opinion?
It's an opinion.
My lord, is it a factual opinion or speculative opinion? It is an opinion. So I am now asking, is it a factual opinion or speculative opinion? My lord, we are dealing with an expert. They form opinions based on fact. They also form opinion based on deductions. So I don't understand when the defense objects to.
So your conclusion on the sitting position of the deceased
Was it
based on?
Was it based on established fact or speculative?
No, it was based on the fact that the blood of the deceased was exclusively on the bed.
Doctor, if the deceased was shot sleeping, wouldn't the blood equally be exclusive on the bed?
That's right, my lord.
So just confirm that from the documents that you reviewed, all through cover to cover, the 2 box files, nothing talked about the sitting posture of the deceased.
That's right, my lord.
I now take you to your materials that you made reference to the last time we were in this court. That is, my lord, the text on Knights and the text from Simpsons. It was your evidence in relation to what you were referring to as the entry wound on the right. You told this court that at the entry wound, temporary cavity, there is temporary cavity formation when a bullet enters and the brain matter exits backwards. Did we get you right?
Yes, you got me right, my lord.
Let's begin with Knights chapter 8. Fortunately, Doctor, we now have what had been availed. And we can assure you, what had been availed to us, you never referred to it and we are ignoring it. We are only concentrating on what you say formed the basis for your report. So, where is this mentioned in Knights chapter 8? Let's begin from the easiest. Will you find that anywhere mentioned in Knights chapter 8? Let's request IT.
That's right, my lord.
My lord, this is the material available to us by the defense, and we have provided this exact material, my lord, to court through the clerk, because the courts must follow. So let's go to chapter 8. It is this chapter 8 that deals with gunshot and explosive deaths.
That's right, my lord.
Do you have this statement of fact that when a bullet enters, it forms temporary cavity and the brain matter exits backwards? Does it exist in chapter 8?
The mechanism that I explained.
Mr. Onzivoa, does it exist in chapter 8 is the question, sir.
Not in the words you have put. Not
I
in the words.
am using the words that you stated in this court.
Okay, even if not in the words,
Yes.
but in the gen, is there something describing that?
Yes,
in
my
chapter
lord.
8?
Yes, my lord. I would ask him to go to page 246. My lord, I'll read.
I'm there.
Yes.
What is it dealing with, first of all? Where you're reading? You don't just read
The bullet injuries.
under subject of bullet
No,
injury.
it's the previous subject. Mechanism of missile injury.
Missile injury.
Yes.
We are dealing with a handgun or the pistol. So let me qualify.
Yes.
My last friend thinks this is an injury from your missile in Iran.
Stop being funny. Stop being funny.
Yeah.
No.
Stop being funny. My lord, I am capable of distinguishing between a bullet by a rifle, a shotgun, a handgun, a missile. Are they one and the same in this book?
Yes, my lord.
So
They are.
the court shall read.
Yes.
Now take us to where?
Yes, a bullet is a missile. I think let us agree.
You know nothing about ballistics. Is it not your position in this court? You now know? You now know things to do with the bullets?
This is a medical text. Let's read it.
My lord, we cannot have a witness who confessed ignorance on ballistics lecturing us about
What is a missile?
according to you, what is a missile?
An object that moves in air.
Is a missile,
That's right.
including a stone thrown.
That's right.
You indeed know nothing about ballistics.
My lord, this is medicine. No. My lord, this is medicine. And I think
Mr. Karuhanga, can I cross-examine this gentleman? Can I cross-examine my lord?
yes, but my lord, I think my learned friend should be fair to the witness. He has asked the witness to take him to a page. The witness has gone to a page on mechanics.
Mr. Karuhanga, don't assume that I don't understand.
My learned friend has if I can be allowed.
No, please. There is no objection.
I am objecting. It's not your
Objecting to what?
What you're doing.
We will finish this man next year.
My lord, I am entitled to an objection, Mr. Morgan.
What are you objecting to?
It is me to say. You see it and I make my objection. I'm entitled. So, my lord, I think the objection is that the witness should not be handled rudely. What my learned friend is doing is by saying that shotgun, missile, I think the witness should be asked questions and should be asked to answer them. Without being heckled, without being told about ballistics. Knights is not a ballistics.
What is the difference between a missile and a bullet?
My lord, I shall ask you to cross-examine again. He shall not provide evidence. You are not a witness here to provide evidence. You are not a witness. You are not, my lord, he is not the witness to tell us what a missile is.
Mr. Weber, the contention is on what a missile is and what a bullet is, isn't it?
Yes.
What is a missile and what is a bullet?
That is not even the contention.
That is not actually, my lord, the contention.
What is the contention?
My lord, the contention is the witness should be allowed to answer questions that are put to him by the prosecution. Now, the section he is taking us to is with reference to missiles. And earlier on he had communicated to this court that he knows nothing about ballistics and about the use of guns and bullets. So let him now tell us if he is knowledgeable about that subject, then we go into that missile.
We are supposed to be talking about the bullets. So if we see a missile, I think it is important that even court should be able to understand. Now court is wondering, I don't know the difference between a missile and a bullet. How do we clear this gray area in the mind of the court? Because at the end of the day, court will sit out, right?
And that is why, my lord,
court
we
must
request.
understand.
Yes, and that is why we are requesting that they should allow us ask the witness on the stand, not Mr. Tumwewa is standing up with Google and reading it for court, because he's not an expert, neither is he a witness in this area.
Exactly, they allow the witness to take us to the text that we are.
So let us find out you've asked him to take you to the part where a bullet enters and leaves a gap.
Yes.
And instead the witness has taken us to that part of the missile.
Yes. And according to him, bullets and missiles are one and the same.
Yes.
Yes. So let's.
Yes, that's right, my lord.
So let's proceed.
A bullet is one type of missile, and the text here reads, above the sound.
Which paragraph are you?
Oh,
I'm here. I came to project your
Page 246.
page.
this is page 246.
Okay.
We are on page 246. Under what subheading?
There's no subheading there.
Everything here
Does
has
it
a subheading.
continue from gunshot and explosion?
Mechanics of missile injury.
Good. Go ahead. Which paragraph?
Tissue sends a shock wave of compression ahead of the lacerated tract.
Good. What do you understand by that? Please, I'm the one asking. This is my lord, this is their witness. Yes. They will re-examine. I can even highlight it for avoidance of doubt. Your text is saying that a missile passing through the tissue sends a shock wave of compression ahead of the lacerated tract.
Yes.
What do you understand by that? Is it backward or forward?
Let you finish the
I think it is better we read the whole chapter.
Doctor, I shall cross-examine you on your material.
Okay.
My lord, I just pray for your indulgence.
Doctor, follow the
Yes.
views of the person examining you.
It sends a shock wave ahead of the laceration.
What does that speak to you?
Yes.
Is it backward or forward?
It sends it forwards.
Forward sends forward.
Forwards, yes.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Though this wave lasts only for a brief period.
Where are you reading?
The same.
Here.
Yeah. Though this wave lasts.
Where are you reading, doctor? No, I thought you were here.
Yes. Though this wave lasts only a brief period, it raises the tissue pressure to extreme values, up to thousands of kilopascals. In tissues like the brain, liver, and the muscle, this can cause severe disruption within a wide zone around the bullet tract, and can be propagated down hollow fluid containing vessels to cause distant vascular damage. That's what the temporary cavity I was talking about is explained here.
Please read it again for court.
Okay. Above the speed of sound in air, a missile passing through tissue sends a shock wave of compression ahead of the laceration tract. This wave being propagated at about the speed of sound in water. The figures are 1,500 meters per second or 4,800 feet per second. Though this wave lasts only for a brief period, that's why it is called temporary, it raises tissue pressure to extreme values, up to thousands of kilopascals. In tissues like brain, liver, and the muscle, this can cause severe disruption within a wide zone around the bullet tract, and can be propagated down hollow fluid containing vessels to cause distant vascular damage.
So, doctor.
To cause distant vascular damage.
Oh, okay, my lord. If the bullet tract, let's say it's up, it's in the abdomen here, it can cause, this wave can cause damage to the heart even when the bullet has not passed through the heart. That's what in essence it means.
Okay, now, you already said from the text that you cite, when a bullet passes through, I'm replacing missile by bullet, since you
Yes,
said
yeah.
that they are one and the same. So, when a bullet passes through the tissue, it sends a shock wave of compression ahead of the lacerated tract. I'm now asking you, you told this court that you have literature to say that when a bullet enters, it sends the brain matter, not at the point of exit ahead, but backwards at the point of entry.
You never said that.
My lord, I am just being interpretive.
I think he said
But
that
that is
there
what
is a
it
temporary
is.
cavity caused,
Yes.
and then through that cavity, the
Brain matter exits at the point of entry. Yeah, but you see, Mr. Karuhanga, unless you provided these materials to the doctor, allow this doctor to answer. Please just allow the witness. No, you didn't give me a wrong one. You deliberately hid this one from us, but we got it.
So let's proceed with the question. Doctor, please proceed.
Yeah, on here, this one speaks to brain matter, for example, being sent at the exit. Do you have anywhere in this material, in this chapter 8, where brain matter is sent backwards at the point of entry?
Yeah. My lord, when we go down to the chapter,
Okay, but first, as we go.
We'll go to have a copy.
Yes, my lord. I have already, my lord, indicated that whatever they gave us, we have made sure that court has it through the clerk. So that's why we are being very, very particular. Now, before you take us to the next one, and I can assure you we shall avail you all the time to take us wherever. Do you agree with us that this paragraph you just read, it speaks to brain matter being sent at the point of exit as opposed to the point of entry, in simple terms?
no, my lord, it speaks more than that.
Is it what it speaks? Does it
Yes,
speak?
that's what I'm trying to say, my lord.
Does
If you
it
go
speak?
down, it explains.
I am now here,
Yes.
my lord. I am now here. Now, this discomfort, my lord, everybody should relax and allow us to handle him. I am very relaxed.
What
We
does
can
this
still
mean?
come back tomorrow.
Doctor, this part, what does it demonstrate?
According to you, that in terms, my lord, of brain matter, does it go at exit or at entry? Is it forward or backward?
So what does causing severe destruction within a wide range around the brain tract
my lord,
and
it is
can
here.
be propagated down hollow fluid containing vessels to cause distant vascular
No, my lord, it's here. The beginning is here. The caption is in the 3 first sentences. The speed in the air of a missile passing through the tissue sends a shock wave of compression ahead of the laceration tract.
But he explained that if someone is shot through the abdomen, the effect can be felt through the heart.
No, that is different, my lord. That's not
No.
what he explains. That is different.
But he mentioned it here when
He mentioned it, my lord, in respect of the sentences below, not where I am examining, my lord.
Yes,
My lord, I'm on something very different.
he explains it.
And my lord, you can see that when unnecessary disruptions come in, when we are dealing with issues of silence, even court may not follow.
I must admit that I am lost.
Yes, that is why, my lord, they should be quiet, they should be silent,
Okay.
and we allow the doctor to answer as opposed to counsel proposing answers.
Let's do that part of above the speed of.
My lord, can I repeat my question? May I repeat my question?
Your question.
Doctor, you with court?
Yes, I am.
This sentence, as I've highlighted, this paragraph, is what you read. And you're saying that the speed of a missile passing through the tissue sends a shock wave of compression ahead of the laceration tract. Does this speak to entry or exit?
That speaks to the passage of the bullet. The passage the bullet takes.
In which direction? Backwards or forward?
Forwards.
Forward.
That's right.
My lord, let's get that. In simple terms, doctor, the forward movement speaks to the exit as opposed to
That's
the-
right. Yeah, that's right.
Again, for clarity of record, By this, the tissues that are sent out by the compression, by the shock wave of compression, by this, is visible at exit as opposed to entry. By this.
My lord.
Yes or no?
I'm not sure I didn't get the question. What is visible at entry?
My lord, I have understood him. He is sticking to one mechanism. There's another important mechanism.
My lord, I am okay to go to other mechanisms. For now, I am on this, doctor. For now, bitter as it may, and uncomfortable as it may, let's concentrate on this, then we go to another.
Okay.
Is that what it means?
What?
That the tissue will be moved forward.
Yes. Is that what it means?
That's right.
So is that the shock wave of compression?
Yes.
Yes, that's the shock wave of compression.
Okay. Now that is my lord the position. So doctor, do you have any other position to the contrary in this chapter?
Yes, my lord.
Take God there.
The next chapter, the next, not chapter, but the next paragraph.
Beginning.
High velocity projectiles.
At that point, doctor, do you know what in this book they mean by high velocity projectiles? And in respect of which guns? You know you don't.
I know that firearms generally.
My lord, my question is specific. Again, doctor, be kind and the professional of this court.
Yes.
High velocity projectiles, do you know, in the context of this material,
yes,
do you know
I
what
do.
they are?
I do.
In respect of which guns is high velocity projectiles?
AK-47 is a high velocity.
So you agree with me that a handgun, a pistol, is not classified among the high velocity projectiles?
You know,
do you agree or you don't?
That is why.
Do you agree or you don't? My lord, I thought that I'm very clear. Really?
Doctor.
Yes.
Sorry, I explained why I call it.
No?
Doctor, so is any bullet a high velocity projectile?
No, they are not.
So do you agree with me that a handgun, okay, I must have blood, my lord.
So if I had a pistol, the bullet would not be a high velocity projectile.
I don't know what kind of pistol that would be. That's why I told this court, I am not a firearms expert.
So high velocity projectiles refer
yes.
to, you've given an example.
Yes,
AK-47.
That's right.
Rifles.
Yes.
Handguns.
So
handguns of any nature.
AK-47 a rifle?
Yes, it is.
It is.
You can answer.
Yes, it is.
Okay. So handguns of any nature, whether it's a stabber, whether what, a pistol in ordinary language, a high velocity projectile.
My lord, I do not want to answer that question because I don't know. I am not a ballistic expert.
So you do not know if bullets
from this
gun,
yes, a high velocity can produce high velocity projectile.
Right.
You don't know.
No.
So, in other words, you are not capable of interpreting this material in the context of the work that you did.
That's not right, my lord.
Yes, my lord. Did it transpire to you, doctor, that you were that Katanga Henry died of a pistol?
That's right.
Bullet from a pistol.
Doctor,
that's right.
Doctor.
Yes.
Does a high velocity projectile and I don't know whether it exists low velocity projectile, do they produce the same effects?
No, they don't.
So wherever we see high velocity projectile here, it is talking about what comes out of an AK-47,
right?
And not a pistol.
Yeah, my lord, my contention, my point is, I don't know if some pistols are high velocity. They produce high velocity or not. I do not know that. And in the same vein, I do not know if the pistol that killed the late Henry Katanga was high velocity or low velocity. I do not know.
Yes, we tried to say that you know nothing about rifles and you insisted. That's why you are here. But don't worry, doctor, this court, even on its own, is capable of finding out.
That's right, yes.
These are facts that are judiciously noticeable. So, in other words, do you have anything here in this material which speaks to the effect of a pistol, a fired pistol, to the head at the point of entry. I'm now being specific.
In this textbook?
Yes.
In this chapter 8. Lord, I want to ensure that I'm moving at the same rate with God. Did you understand my question?
Yes, I'm just looking for, my Lord.
Okay.
I am looking for
Go ahead.
relevant section.
Go ahead, it's your chapter.
So that thing you mentioned about cavitation is a feature for high velocity projectiles.
That's what the text says, my Lord.
If I see here, high velocity, I'm moving my note, produce yet another phenomenon, that of cavitation. The missile accelerates the molecules of the tissue adjacent so that they continue to move, blah, blah, blah. So that cavitation seems to be, in this text, a feature of high velocity. Are you able to shed light on whether it happens for both high or low or...
Yeah, my Lord, what this introduction tells us is the mechanisms by which missile injuries are caused. So missile injuries can be the high velocity ones, the low velocity ones. They are just the mechanisms, how they affect the body. Yeah.
So...
It is a very involving aspect, my Lord, and that's why I was begging from the beginning that if we can follow through, with minimal interruption so that court can be in position to perceive, it will be a good thing, my Lord. In this case, the good doctor here says that while doing this work, he knew that the bullet which killed Katanga was from a pistol. Isn't that?
That's right, my Lord.
And you did not bother to find out whether the pistol is of a high velocity or low velocity, but you nonetheless proceeded to make conclusions.
That's right.
Without establishing the effect of either high or low velocity.
My Lord, I think my scientific basis was very clear. Whether low velocity or high velocity, they produce soot. Low velocity, high velocity, they cause beveling effect. Low velocity, high velocity, they tear through the skin.
What about the cavitation?
Yes.
Now
Remember, you explained to me the cavitation very well.
That's right.
And I understood what cavitation is.
Those are the mechanisms, my Lord, of general bullet injuries.
So take us in this text where it says whether high or low velocity projectiles, this what you call cavitation will be observed in the manner that you say it should. The moment you do that, we move.
Can we move to just that same?
And if it's not there, just tell us. It's
No,
not there.
it is there. I want to.
Which page?
The same page there.
Show us. Is it?
Yeah, my Lord, the next chapter.
We are in chapter 8.
Yeah, the next paragraph, which starts with high velocity projectiles. High velocity projectiles
I'm now asking
produce
you.
yet. That's what I'm trying to read.
You
About the
just
cavity, yes.
says that your work is regardless whether it's high or low.
So
This one is specific on high. You just say hard pistols, you don't know whether they produce high or low.
the mechanisms, my Lord, the mechanisms may diminish with the speed.
Where is that? Where is that statement? Because, my Lord, we are battling with statements of fact being made by the witness as an expert. And he says the scientific basis for his deductions, his conclusions, was derived from two texts. This one and another one of Simpson's. And we are here because we want him to tell court where that material is without having extraneous explanations. Because, my Lord, if a witness says the legal base, the scientific basis for my, can I please, Mr.
What my last friend is doing is making a submission.
No, I've not. I've not, Mr. Karuhanga.
Mr.
I'm
Muhammad,
not.
let the witness Explain so that we understand.
Yes, but my lord, I'm also interested in court understanding why we are labeling in this direction.
But my lord, you shouldn't be making submissions.
I know what submissions are, Mr. Karuhanga.
Mr. Morgan.
Have no doubt, my lord, I have gone to school. I can differentiate between...
Mr. Morgan, let us proceed with... The witness was reading something. Mr. Doctor,
Yes.
you are reading that part of Highcourt.
Yeah. My lord, I want to read just a small part so that we can understand. The same part, a little bit lower, that when the bullet stops or leaves the organ, the cavity
My lord,
rapidly
this is dealing
subsides.
with the bullets of high velocity. My lord, am I allowed to cross-examine
You are
this
allowed
witness?
to examine the witness.
So,
Doctor,
can the
you
witness, my
have
lord,
stated-
with due respect, answer to the line of
Mr.
cross-examination?
Morgan, the witness has stated that whether the bullet that caused the death was high velocity
Or not?
is not.
I don't
Now,
know.
He doesn't know.
Right.
No.
Isn't that what you say?
Exactly.
And then he
That's what
says
he says.
what he knows, and I want him to withdraw it if it's incorrect. Says what he knows is there will be the same beveling effect, whether it is of high or low velocity.
All
That's right.
gunshots
Okay,
cause
that's right.
foot,
Where is that?
leveling and damage to tissue.
Good.
That
But
is
where
what
is
he
that
stated.
in this text?
Let the witness
Identify for us.
Yes.
My lord, the reason why I'm objecting, and I know it irritates my colleague and he'll forgive me. My lord, we are moving in a way where we are going everywhere and nowhere. My lord, we were first of all at cavitation. The witness was being asked where in the passage he can find what he has seen. The witness goes to the passage and my learned friend respectfully starts making submissions. What, my lord, I want is the witness to be protected, to give his answer, and my colleague to ask questions other than making arguments. My lord, now he's moving to another area, the area of beveling effect. And it seems his argument seems to be that beveling is only for particular types of bullets. We need to follow, we need to finish cavitation, we need to go to beveling. Because what Mr. Morgan is doing, my lord, is asking a question, storing the answer, making a submission.
Mr. Karhanga, the issue of beveling came in when the witness was asked a question about whether high velocity and low velocity projectiles cause the same effect. And then he said all gunshots cause soot, beveling and damage. Now we are going to cavitation. Before we go to this point, the doctor had already stated that he is not sure whether the bullet, he doesn't know whether the bullet that killed Mr. Katanga was of a low projectile,
High velocity.
high velocity projectile, or low velocity.
But he knows that it was from a handgun, a pistol.
Yes, but he says that he does not know if
That
that I knew that the weapon that killed Katanga was a pistol. I did not find out if the pistol that killed Katanga was high or low velocity. Now, doctor, you're taking us to high velocity and the formation of cavitation.
Yes.
Now, the question that was asked was, is high velocity projectile the only one that causes cavitation or even low velocity projectile?
To me, even the low velocity causes cavitation. Just that the cavitation caused by high velocity is more prominent.
And that, my lord, is what it says there. That's what he was trying to read when he was interrupted.
Yeah.
Where is it that, Lord, if my colleagues are tired, we can always adjourn. I cannot concentrate with this kind of recording. And I thought we had got over it.
So, doctor, you believe that both high velocity and low velocity projectiles
Cause cavitation.
cavitation,
That's
only that
right.
the level of cavitation will vary.
That's
So,
right,
and
my
you're going
lord.
to lead us to the part of the text that says
Which
that.
says so.
Yeah. Now,
Where is it in the text?
my lord, reading the same text.
My Lord, does
Well-
it exist or it does not exist in the
I'm
text?
trying to read, my lord.
Is it in that text?
Yes, it
Okay.
is.
Read. Where is it?
Anything you can read.
Yeah, my Lord. I
For both sides. Can we allow the witness to read?
Yes.
Let us not
Yes.
interject. Let us all,
keep your peace.
let us all allow the witness to proceed in an orderly manner. Doctor,
Yes.
lead us to that portion
Right.
which says that
When the
only
bullet
the
stops,
level of
yes.
cavitation-
When the bullet stops or leaves the
Lord, where
organ,
is he reading?
the cavity subsides. The cavity subsides, but the track of damage persists in a tubular zone much wider than the actual missile. In high-velocity bullets from military weapons, for example, the ones which travel 980 meters per second, this cavitation effect is the most damaging mechanism. In addition to the physical damage, the near vacuum sucks infected dirt and the clothing fibers into the depths of the wound. Such organs as the brain and liver are affected more than spongy mattresses like lung.
So I'm still waiting for your text on whether high or low. Please.
But my Lord, it's clear. It is that it is wider in a high velocity bullets. It's good that it doesn't exist in a low way. It's just wide.
When the bullet stops or leaves the organ, the cavity rapidly subsides,
Yes.
but the track of damage persists in a tubular zone much wider than the actual missile. It doesn't say.
I am looking, my Lord, for... I am
In
looking...
high velocity bullets from military weapons, for example, this cavitation is the most damaging mechanism. What is the comparison? In addition to the physical damage, the near vacuum sucks infected dirt and clothing fibers into the depths of the wound. Solid organs such as brain and liver are affected more than spongy matrices like lung. Those tissues, Mr. Mtende, please scroll.
It's me, my Lord.
Oh, it's you. Sorry. Those tissues that contain most water are most severely damaged by penetrating missiles, and high velocity damage is proportional to the specific gravity of the tissue.
My Lord, now I want to be as clear as possible and in a simple, ordinary English. Is there anything that speaks to your statement of fact that brain matter can be propelled backwards at the point of entry as opposed to the point of exit? Lord, is the question clear?
Oh, I didn't get that question.
Please repeat for them.
Yeah.
Doctor,
Yes.
is there anything in this chapter 8? I've not finished, then you are
Okay.
answering. Please. Yeah.
Okay.
Do I continue?
Yeah, please continue.
Is there anything in this chapter 8 which supports your statement of fact in your report? Actually, not even in your report, but in your evidence during cross-examination, because you mentioned it for the first time, it was not even in the report. To the effect that when a bullet enters the head, brain matter is propelled outwards at the point of entry as opposed to the point of exit. Doctor, did you say so or you did not? My Lord, we can make it simple again. Did you say so? Did you imply so or you did not?
I remember the rest, because I think I'm going to ask the question about the protruding pinkish material.
Yes, and we were projecting it.
Explained that when a bullet goes through the tissue, the brain, it leaves a cavity, and then the pressure makes parts of the brain protrude outwards to come back and protrude through that cavity. Yes.
Not that the pressure at the entry, not that.
He said that it pushes backward.
Yes.
Is there anything in this chapter? If you don't, we have many chapters to go, please.
Yeah, my Lord, the book does not put it
Is it there or it is
No,
not?
let
as
me
you have
explain.
phrased. My Lord.
So, doctor,
Yes.
what you explained here about the brain tissue having come and protruded through that cavity, does it stated in this book? Is it implied?
It is implied, my Lord,
But not specifically stated.
No, not specifically stated. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, well, let's first record that.
Explain. It was during his
A cross-examination, my lord.
and it was in relation to the
What?
PowerPoint.
Yes, PowerPoint. Yes.
It implies. Okay. So it is implied in the text.
That's right.
And not specifically stated.
Precisely, my lord.
What implies it in this text?
My lord, temporary cavity formation, which we've gone through, the collapse of that cavity.
Lord, have I been understood?
Yes, that is he's saying that is what
No, my lord, when I said what implies it in this text, my expectation, the bare minimum, is that the witness is referring us to that part of the text. Not again from his head. My lord, we are here because doctor is making things from his head.
Doctor, you are implying that the text relating to temporary cavity formation and the collapse
of the
that
cavity, yes.
It's in chapter 8.
Yes.
Where in chapter 8?
After that part of high velocity.
Yes, in fact, that whole chapter talks about the mechanisms of injury.
Okay. My lord, I will come back to this particular chapter. But I want you to tell court if you are familiar with a text called Forensic Medicine, Medical Law, and Ethics in East Africa.
Right?
Are you familiar?
By who?
Forensic medicine.
Yes.
It is forensic medicine.
Medical Law and Ethics in East Africa.
My lord.
Are you familiar with it or not?
Yes, I am.
Is it an authority?
And if we know who wrote the book from our side, we don't have a copy of that book.
My lord, we are coming. I am always disturbed by the impatience of my colleagues.
I don't have to follow.
You can follow through writing.
No, I need to follow. What book is it? Mr. Morgan, you need to understand that we participate
Yes,
in this
Mr.
trial.
Morgan.
It's a fair trial. Fairness to
My lord, I am coming to that.
Forensic medicine, medical law, and ethics in East Africa.
I'm coming to that. Are you familiar with it, my lord?
Yes, my lord, I am.
I want you to look at the book. And
No, my lord, you need to first look at it before it goes to the witness. Nothing goes to the witness, not going to us.
Let the defense look at it.
Yeah, we need to compare. Bring. Yes, bring.
provided.
Have you satisfied yourselves?
Yeah, you didn't need to have no need. The doctor is the expert. Doctor, please look at the book. Doctor, would you regard that book as an authority on aspects of forensic medicine?
My lord, yes, it is. This book was written by forensic pathologists who shared the experience. So yes, it is a book that can be referred.
What page 231? And I request that you hand of course that pages are flying, but I have marked the pages. What does page 331 deal with?
331 or 231?
231.
Yeah, 231 deals with firearm injuries.
Got page 233, where there is a table relating to entry and exit gunshot wounds. Do you see it?
That's right, my lord.
It describes typical entry wounds and typical exit wounds.
That's right, my lord.
What does it say in the first description of typical entry wounds? Read it to court.
Typical entry wound,
Yes.
round to oval wound with neat edges.
Repeat it.
Round to oval wound with neat edges.
Round to oval wound with neat edges. How about typical exit wounds?
Irregular shape with torn edges.
Irregular shape with torn edges. My lord, may I request IT to go back to the PowerPoint presentation?
Regular? Huh?
Irregular, doctor, repeat.
Irregular shape with torn edges.
The PowerPoint. We are on picture, I think it was A and B. Can reduce a little bit. We begin with A. So that is B. But let's begin with A. That one. Now, between A and B, according to you, which one manifests a round to oval shape with neat edges?
None of them, my lord.
Mr. Katanga is dying with laughter. But you see, doctor, whatever answer you give this court is good enough, and we can't really struggle beyond. So between A, A and B, doctor, which one manifests an irregular shape? Please go to B. Irregular shape with torn edges. Torn edges. We are looking at you.
My lord, to look at that wood and say it has torn edges is a misnomer.
Doctor, the question is which one manifests. You can still say none.
Yeah, I would say none.
The other characteristics, my lord, of inverted and everted, we already traversed it. I don't want to repeat it. But I want you to look at the photographic representation of how the exit wound is supposed to manifest itself on page 231. Are you there? Page 231. My lord, if court can follow. This court.
231 is not here, my lord.
Page 231, it should be there at the beginning, where I put the LCS. Okay. You see that from...
It's a representative of A?
My lord, the scientific representation of the entry and exit. What do you understand with that? Okay, maybe if I can ask it different. From that diagrammatic expression, the exit wound is supposed to have manifest a blast effect from that diagrammatic representation, right?
Yeah, from this diagram, that is what it implies.
Okay.
Yes.
So, again, when you look at photo A and photo B, which one? Represents a possible blast effect on the body?
Photo B
Photo
represents the blast effect.
Thank you. And for emphasis, in this material, blast effect is associated with exit as opposed to entry wound. Correct?
No, that's not
this
true.
Material.
That's not true, my lord.
In that material before you, which side is the blast effect? The side of the pistol or the opposite side of the pistol? Before we argue.
Yeah,
Look at the diagram.
Yes. The blast effect in this diagram
Yes.
is
where the pistol is or where the opposite direction?
It is where the opposite direction is.
Okay.
Yeah?
Fine.
But
Please, Mr. Katanga, I have...
We are to know the truth. If the witness is giving an answer, you should gag him from answering.
My lord, Mr. Katanga will pause that explanation in re-exam.
Mr. Katanga,
I am done my part.
In the photograph, in this picture, where is the blast effect? And he said the blast effect is where the opposite direction.
And that's it. I don't need the additional stories. I don't need additional stories to my question.
Mr. Katanga, you will re-examine.
You will examine on that part.
Yeah.
You have the document.
okay.
Doctor, I can have back my book.
My lord, I'm a contributing author to this book.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm a contributing author.
So you even agree with what is contained here as authentic?
I'm a contributing author.
My lord, can that be on record?
Yeah, I'm a contributing
That the doctor is a contributing author to the material that we have just
And you stopped him from explaining.
traversed. Mr. Karuhanga, today you will know that I know what my instructions are. You don't purport to know what I'm supposed to do.
We have to find the truth, not to follow rigid instructions. It's not the general controversial. You can't say when you put them from above.
Thank you, Dr. Nzua, for volunteering that information.
I show you. I'll show you.
Okay, doctor, don't worry, for at least information that you are contributing author is good enough. You should believe in this material. My lord, I want to move to the next. It may be interpretation. All right, I'll continue. So, doctor, this is a diagrammatic representation of what a classical entry and exit wound should be. Correct?
Correct, my lord.
That's page what, 262?
My lord, page 262. Now, let's begin with the entry. On the left is a representation of entry wound, right?
That's right, my lord.
We have already gone through the entry wound, and you already confirmed to this court that it is characterized by inverted skin.
That's right, my lord.
Simple terms.
Yes, yes.
So, and here you are seeing, by inverted skin, the bullet moves with the skin inwards. Even after exit, ordinarily the skin should continue pointing inwards, isn't it?
That's right.
You already told.
Yes.
You already took court through picture A.
Right.
Now, our point of emphasis is on exit. Okay? You already said it has everted edges.
That's right, my lord.
Now, among other characteristics is the fact that exit wounds are typically starlet in nature, star-shaped. I'm putting it to you, is that the fact that has been scientifically proven that exit wounds would, in addition to being everted, they are also star-shaped or starlet in nature.
That's right.
What wounds are star-shaped?
My lord, exit wounds are starlet. Yes, exit wounds are starlet or star-shaped in nature.
That's right, my lord.
And when you progress down the text, my lord, on page 269. my lord. Figure 8.53, my lord. It describes.
You can't see 8.53. So that is what part of the body, near the eye. That's the head.
Doctor, can you read to quote what, according to the textbook, what an exit wound?
Yeah. Exit wound of the bullet responsible for the wound seen in figure 8.64, showing the classical everted split edge with no soiling of the surrounding skin.
So there are two things here, my lord. Doctor, you have already confirmed the characteristics of the wound being everted. You have also confirmed star-shaped or starlet. Now we are on another characteristic, split edges. Do you agree that exit wounds are also characterized by split edges?
Oh yeah, that's true. That's right.
And my lord, again, if I may follow with court, this is an image, an illustration of a classic example of an exit wound.
My lord, again, I'm not to object to my colleague testifying.
No. I'm not testifying. I'm about to ask a question.
Yes, but no, but you're making a statement of fact.
Yeah, but I'm dealing with the law. I'm dealing with the text, my lord. This is a statement of fact. I'm not creating it. The law, my lord, as I know it, you are either dealing with a constitution or a statute or a case law or a textbook. I'm not the one
So you're
authoring.
reading that from the text?
Yes, my lord. It is highlighted here, my lord.
That figure 8.46 is not shown, my lord.
What is figure 8.5? Isn't it that one?
You say 8.46.
8.5.3 exit wounds.
My lord, these are figures, if I may highlight, describing classical exit wounds. That is the heading.
No,
Scroll down.
Okay? Yeah, sorry.
So 8.5.3, which is directly under that one.
Yes.
What does it say? The exit wound of the bullet responsible for the wound seen in figure
Yes.
8.3.
It is the same same figure, my lord. We can go there. We can go there.
Showing the classical inverted split edges with no soiling of the surroundings.
8.46. Now, my lord, you can see that 8.46 is dealing with entry. So they are showing us the exit in 5.53. So this is the entry, and its exit is here. Are we together, my lord? So, doctor, all of the three characteristics you have just confirmed what can be visible in this photograph. They are not just everted, they are split, but they are also star-shaped. Right?
That's right.
Let's go, my lord, to the PowerPoint presentation. Picture A, photograph A and B. My lord, that is B and then A. So take to A and then return to B. Okay, perfect. To B a little bit, take A a little bit up, sir. Up. So that both are on the same page. Up, up. Yeah, that's okay. Doctor, you have two wounds there.
Yes.
Which one would you regard as having split edges between A and B?
My lord,
I expect you to mention either A or B or none.
I would say none, my lord.
Use the microphone.
Oh, yeah, my lord, I would say none.
Okay. Which one of the two, doctor, is a star-shaped?
My lord, both. Both.
And which one is everted? Has everted edges, according to you?
None of them, my lord.
Is any of them inverted edged?
None of them, my lord.
None of them is inverted edged.
None of them.
My lord, I want to be sure that the first question everted with E. Now I'm asking inverted with E.
Yes.
So it's none of them.
None of them, my lord.
Thank you. My lord, this is the material knives that doctor had availed for the defense, and then the defense eventually gave it to us. We have availed it to court. The rest we leave it for submissions on this material. I'm now taking you to something else. There's one more thing here. Just a minute. That's one. How do you lift this? My lord, we are asking Doctor something on page 267 of knives. 26. Yes, let's go back. This is in respect of still the description of an exit wound, as you can see there, doctor.
No, my lord, it is not.
It is a what?
In the classification of guns, a pistol is a rifle firearm. It is not a shotgun. The shotguns are the ones that their barrels do not have grooves. The typical ones that security guards carry. That's what is called a shotgun.
These long ones with one bullet.
Exactly, those are the ones. Yeah.
That's a shotgun.
Yeah, that's a shotgun.
All right, let us proceed.
Yes, my lord. According to Dr. the pistol is not a shotgun. That court can still judiciously establish. We are in an era of open material, so it's okay. Now here, in respect to exit wounds, the text says they are typically with irregular lacerations with everted edges that exposes deep tissues and comminuted bone beneath. Do you agree with that statement?
Yes, as far as concerns shotgun exit wounds.
You still have a good recollection of picture A, photograph A and B in your PowerPoint. Which of those has irregular lacerations?
Objection, my lord. Relevance. These wounds are for shotguns. My lord, as the witness has said, a pistol is not a shotgun.
Yes, that is
America is in this totally different. So he wants now to compare these shotguns, wounds by shotguns, to wounds by a pistol.
That is
That's relevant.
My lord,
that is
his description of a shotgun,
it does not include
a pistol, has irregular lacerations.
Which one? Where?
My lord, I requested him that if he still has a memory of picture A or B, if he wants to go there, we can still go there.
Yeah, my lord, both of them.
Both of them have irregular lacerations.
That's right. Both those wounds. That's right.
My lord, I shall go to chapter 10, which he cited. What does chapter 10 deal with?
Ballistic injury.
And I will take you to page 115. Doctor, we are dealing with the confirmed before in respect of other texts, but this is in Simpsons. An entry wound, that statement.
Yes, I do, my lord.
So this is the, we go to exit, doctor, still on page 11, with split flaps, often resulting in a starlet appearance, Do you agree with that?
Yes, I do.
Okay. We are referred to figure 10.11. Split edges, and as observed above, it is also star-like.
Yes, I do.
You are in the habit of making controversial reports, regardless whether your position is blatantly false, and that this particular report, in a sense that you appear to challenge the findings of professionals who did the actual examination with your secondary sources. You appear to challenge colleagues who have done the primary work using secondary sources. Is this the first case that you appear in a court of law to do that?
My lord,
Is it the first or not?
I always stand by the truth.
Is it the first or not?
I stand by the truth.
My lord, my
whenever-
question is clear. Is this the first or not?
The first time he has appeared to challenge
Yes.
the work of professional colleagues.
This is not the first time I have stood up to challenge the work of another colleague.
Either the primary work or where you did the contested primary work, the courts have found you false and your reports have not been believed.
That's a lie, my lord.
Doctor, do you have a single case where you have controversially disagreed with colleagues where the court has agreed with you?
Yes, I have. Yes, I have a case.
Are you familiar with the case of retired Captain Mugisha Drake of Kigali?
I am not aware of that one.
I shall remind you.
Retired
Okay.
Retired Captain Mugisha Drake of Kigali, of Rwanda. This is a case where that mentioned person was indicted for his wife's murder. His wife was called Pastor Maggie Mutes. Do you now,
Yes.
does it ring a bell now?
Yes, my lord.
The opinion was rejected by the Rwandan court, and I have the record. Was it or it was not?
There were two of us pathologists.
I'm now dealing with you. I'm dealing with you. Did the Rwandan court agree with the opinion?
No, they did not.
Maybe I've made a copy of the decision that my land friend is referring to so that you can...
My lord, let's relax. If I go, my lord, I shall get there. I please beg. My lord, I shall get
fair
there.
trial means we must have it. Not negotiable.
Mr. Kalhanga,
Yes,
you're
ma'am.
going to get it. No, you are going to get a copy. You're going to have a copy of this decision and you'll have it before you re-examine. You will have it.
Doctor, my lord, what did the witness say?
Say that he's familiar with that case, and in that case the court did not agree with his opinion.
In this case, you had appeared to disagree with the Rwandan doctors that had physically examined the body. And your opinion was based on evaluation of secondary materials, correct?
That's right, my lord.
In that case, your position, you presented a superior position as a forensic pathologist, and your reasoning was that the Rwandan doctors were not pathologists and that their decision was inferior to yours, correct?
That's not correct, my lord.
What was the justification for disagreeing with the Rwandan doctors in their work?
My lord, first, that postmortem was not done by a Rwandan doctor. It was done by a Ugandan pathologist
Practicing where?
practicing in Rwanda.
That's exactly. Rwandan practicing doctor. Maybe we can codify it. Rwandan practicing doctor. It doesn't matter whether it was German or Kenyan, he was a doctor practicing in Rwanda. So having codified that, do you agree with me that your position that you presented was that since the examining doctor who dealt with the body was not a pathologist?
That was not right. That is not my position.
Remember, you have not completed the question.
Yeah, okay.
But what I want to clearly come out of this court is that the court rejected your opinion because you largely are giving opinions based on photographs and secondary documents, and the court held that your opinion could not be weighed against the doctors that did the primary work.
That's not right.
Why was your opinion rejected if that was not the reason?
Our opinion, not my opinion. Our opinion.
Doctor, you are the one who understands today.
Yes, because there are two opinions, my lord.
Now I'm asking for
Yes.
your opinion as Dr. Board, because yours was not accepted.
Let's cut this
Both
short.
of them.
The joint opinion in which you participate.
My lord, it was
Yes.
not a joint opinion. Was it a joint opinion?
Yes, my
Of which report?
Prostitution Defense Exhibit 28. At page 14. you write that this is not the first time that erroneous post-mortem reports are generated from the KCCA mortuary. And you state that the inquest into the death of Hassim San that was held in Makindye Chief Magistrate's Court in 2015 is a case in point. There are two things. First, when did you say you last stepped foot at KCCA mortuary?
I don't remember.
You already said 2013. Do you want to go back to that position?
To work. That stepping there to work.
Of course.
So the last time you stepped in KCCA mortuary to
Yes, to work as head was in 2013.
2013.
Yes.
And you exited after the never actually deployed at the mortuary, were given marching orders, and you exited.
That's not right, my lord.
Do you now have an appointment letter to your work at the city mortuary? We asked you last time, and you did not have. Have you found one at this stage after several weeks?
There has never been appointment letters.
No. My instructions are that deliberately, as a result of sour graping arising from your incident in the Neva and matter, you have
questioning violates section 150 and 151. I think to accuse the witness of sour graping, the intent is indecent, scandalous.
the work at the KCCA mortuary.
That's not right, my lord. Completely not right.
Were you happy on how you were handled in the Neva incident?
Again, my lord, indecent, scandalous, intended to insult or annoy.
My lord, he was. How does finding out if the doctor was happy with how he was handled is insulting or annoying? But he says he's not bitter. He's not bitter.
I don't think the question is insulting. Asked in that way, is it true that you are happy after you left? Is it true that you are not happy after you left? Yes. I have never been happy.
For the truth.
Dr. Zua, after you were exited, it is Dr. Male that took over the leadership. Challenged his work before.
Two others.
Which one and which one?
The one in Makindye Chief Magistrate's Court, which is on record, and where the court has passed judgment. And the second is where he did a post-mortem on a girl, 18 years old, who died in the home of American pastors in Kampala here. And Dr. Male alleged that this girl had died following, as a result of blunt force trauma following sexual assault. My lord, Dr. Barungi and I were asked to repeat that post-mortem.
Asked by who?
Asked by the American missionaries. And my lord, we established that this girl was an epileptic.
In death.
She suffered an epileptic fit when she went to bed and aspirated. So this death had nothing to do with blunt force trauma following sexual assault.
So, Dr. Ngoa, now I come to the case you have cited in your report of my Lord Hassim San on page 14, under the third bulletin. This is a case that involved death in a police cell at Bukasa.
That's right, my lord.
The first post-mortem was done by Dr. Malek Tumba.
That's right, my lord.
And he established that the cause of death was due to asphyxia.
That's right, my lord.
There was an inquest by the Makindye Chief Magistrate's Court.
That's right, my lord.
By that inquest, you were required to exhume and re-examine the body.
That's right, my lord.
You indeed exhumed.
That's right, my lord.
And your examination did not give rise to any definite cause of death.
That's right, my lord.
You never published or issued that post-mortem in respect of the exhumation.
That's not right. I made a report that I submitted to court.
Dr. Nvoa, other than the exhumation, did you also make a report based on results of exhumation or photographic interpretation?
Both, my lord. That's right, my lord.
And you nonetheless proceeded to examine photographs and determine the cause of death?
That's right, my lord. I did not state a cause of death.
So you examined photographs and then you made a report?
Yes, I made a report.
But you didn't state a cause of death?
That's right, my lord.